So welcome to a game that launched alongside the PlayStation 2 in North America. Capcom and Arika teamed up one last time for the third chapter.
Street Fighter EX3.
Street Fighter EX3. People nowadays are very divisive on whether or not this game was any good. Me personally, while this is a step forward on new hardware, I think it's just as good as the previous EX games. But let's go through the game's original mode, and you can judge for yourself. We have a fair amount of Street Fighter 2 characters and EX characters. There are a few question marks up here that we're not going to be able to get to. We might run into some of them. But today is the day.
Skullomania.
So, original mode gives you a few options. You're not just going to do one-on-one fights. There are ranks here. If you finish it with a particular criteria, you get rewarded accordingly. So off the bat, you have a 1v3. Not as simple as it looks. Deceptively simple. And who you kill last has a unique effect. The last character standing is able to join your team, and considering it's an EX character, welcome aboard, Sharon. Because if we have a second character on board this tag battle, it's going to get really interesting. So, Skullomania himself, he has a unique mechanic all his own. He has a dash forward. With that, you can do your regular attack, but if you do another attack afterwards, you get the chance to do an extra move. Like that. I do a charge move, and I can do a little skull slide at the end. And pushing both heavies together, I can tag in Sharon here, who has her own unique mechanic. She has a gun. You can load it with one bar and fire it with another bar. That's also something we need to watch out for. Usual EX standards apply. You can super cancel your super. And now that we've beaten up Guile, Guile gets to join our little superhero team. So since Sharon got roughed up a little bit in the fight, we're gonna use Guile instead.
Battle 3, fight!
In this mode, your characters fight at the same time. Like I said, your fights tend to change in the original mode. Having an air skull crusher helps a lot. You can't really choose who you're playing as in this mode, you're just picking your partner. We're actually going to refuse to use Garuda. The character I want to use is actually ahead. But we'll save that we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So, we're gonna fight Hokuto and Zangief here. We once again get to choose our tag partner. Alright, and it's going to be Sharon. Zangief, that finger gesture was a little suspect. I need to go back and review that. Alright. I can see you're going to be a problem. As I expected. Tag out, and your partner will recover whatever red life they had. There's a tag gauge that constantly fills up. And that's the last time... Yeah, there's a tag gauge that fills up. When it's on standby, you can tag again. Alright, that was a terrible decision. You know, I would like you to tag out, Hokuto. We don't have to do this. Alright, I guess we do. Yep. Zangief has a few unique supers that I hope not to show off. Basically, the little Cossack dance he has in Pocket Fighter is back. But he's not just going to be doing Final Atomic Busters, he has a few unique supers of his own. We're not going to get to see them. So yes, since Sharon got a little roughed up, we're going to bring Guile in on this fight. I'm going to let this theme play out because it's my favorite in the EX series.
Tiger shot! Tiger bro!
So that is Sagat's unique boss fight theme. I don't remember exactly what it's called. I'll be sure to write it in the description. But we're taking Sagat with us, because there's only one fight left. Skullomania will be on point, but you can choose your entire character order, because this is a 4-on-1 affair if you've recruited all the characters. Hopefully the time won't come when we have to use Skullomania, but we'll find out. As usual, Bison's no pushover. Sagat has his usual Sagat stuff. Unfortunately, since Bison is a bit beefy, we're not going to be able to show it all off.
Kaboom! Psycho Crusher! Zamasu! Kaboom!
Gotta block those high.
Kaboom!
That's what we do not want. There we go. The EX3, even on normal, not really that hard of an original mode. Enjoy your text ending, by the way. So, EX3, while it was a launch title, it has the look and feel of it. It feels like a tech demo for greater things, like Capcom and Arika's relationship would continue.
Battle. Fight.
So, volume warning. This one gets to be a bit much, because there's a lot of characters on screen, and it can get a bit overwhelming. It helps if you have a character that can deal out ranged damage. But for now, this is Street Fighter EX3. The EX series wasn't necessarily the best, but it was clear that the people who worked on it worked on previous Street Fighter games and had experience with the brand. So it was the right decision to take the Street Fighter making burden off of Capcom's shoulders. Especially when it was a 3D realm that they weren't necessarily comfortable with. I do like that the bigger guy gets constantly bigger the more he's knocked out. And no, you can't turn your character to fight whoever you want. As far as I know, it's an auto-target. There's really not much else to say about EX3. As I said, it's a bit divisive just because it didn't really have the same depth that EX2 did. Because most of that depth depended on tag mechanics. Something that Street Fighter doesn't really specialize in.
Here comes a new challenger.
But it wouldn't be the last time we would see a brand new Street Fighter game. But we'd have to wait a long time to get a new entry for that. So for the next little while, we're going to get some nice ports. And we're going to get a very hungry and rabid fan base.